What's up, Brodies? Welcome to the Bourbon Effect. My name is Tunji, and you already know what it is. So let's talk. Now, before I get into the topic, I just want to tell you guys real quick that I post every Tuesday and Thursday. Let me say that again. I post every Tuesday and Thursday. I have it on my banner too, just so you guys know and can get a reminder. If you really want to know exactly when I post, just hit that notification bell. But at least now that you know I post every Tuesday and Thursday, there shouldn't be any talk in the comments talking about, oh man, you haven't posted in 8 days and 10 days. Like, I'm actually posting consistently. All right, some of these videos are pre-recorded as well. But anyway, happy Tuesday to you guys. We're gonna jump straight into the topic. As you can see, today we're gonna be talking about Womanese 101 and decoding the female language. Okay, because for a gender of women who love to say they want a guy who can communicate, yeah, they have troubles with this. They have problems with it. And yet it's always projected on us. Ain't that fucked up? Ain't that fucked up? But today I'm going to be going through a list of things that women say versus what they actually mean. Now, I have some of these written in my phone just because I couldn't memorize all of them. So, I just wrote it in here. We're going to jump straight into it. Some of these should be obvious, and then others I try to look for, or at least think of, that you guys typically don't hear as often. And then if you do, at least now you can know the actual meaning of it, all right? So we're gonna start with the first one, which is, aw, you're sweet, or aw, that's sweet. That's basically her saying, aw, that's sweet of what you did, or aw, you're sweet as a person, but not sweet enough to clap my cheeks. To clap my cheeks. I don't know why that came out like that. That came out weird. Anyway, that's essentially her telling you, stay your fucking ass in the friend zone. I know your place. Okay. Another one. Sorry, I'm just seeing this. Guys, you see how often women are with their phones. In fact, this was a gripe that I had with my ex. Wonderful person, but she could just not get off her phone a lot of the times, or I'd have to remind her to get off of her phone, because I let her know at a certain point, if you're with me, get the fuck off your phone. Like, everybody's always in their phone. They're not living in the moment. It's fucking annoying. Get off your damn phone, okay? So the fact that she can respond and tell you, I'm just seeing this, especially when she hasn't responded for either hours or a day or whatever, bro, she saw it. You just weren't important enough for her to respond at a, respectful time. So just keep that in mind. That's what she's really saying. Oh, I saw it, but you just weren't important enough for me to respond at a respectful time. Okay? Another one, you're like a brother to me. This one should be self-explanatory. Any girl who looks at you like you're her brother, bro, you're 6 foot under in the friend zone, okay? Before you can even get to her level, you gotta get to ground level first. You not even there, Brodie. She sees you as a brother. You never wanna be in that place, especially if you really like a girl and she calls you, you're like a brother to me, or she says that to you. Man, your heart just sinks in your stomach. What a shame, what a shame. Another one. Sorry, something came up. You will typically see this when you have scheduled a date with a girl. You guys probably talked about it a week prior, a couple days prior, whatever. And instead for her to give you this information ahead of time, she gives it to you maybe like an hour before or 30 minutes before. If she says something came up, bro, she probably never had intentions with going on the date with you in the first place. That's basically saying, I wasn't really feeling you like that, just like the attention, don't really want to go on the date. That's what they're saying when they say, oh, something came up. The disrespect. Imagine setting up a date, you've already made your day freed up, because you had these plans with her and everything, just for her to cancel at the last minute when you could have done something else. But no, they like doing that. But hey, at least she texted you in the first place and didn't ghost you. I'm not looking for anything right now. Guys, when you hear this, that basically means that she's saying, I'm not really looking for something with you necessarily, but if the right guy comes around, I will be ready to be in a relationship. And that's typically how it always is. When you hear that, that's just her trying to indirectly tell you like, hey, you're cool. I'm not really looking for a relationship because I don't find you attractive enough or suitable enough to be with me. And I'd rather us not take it to that stage. And, just let you know that I'm not looking for anything or a relationship. Women who are single, I'm not saying they're always looking for a relationship, but if the right guy comes, she'll be ready, believe me. I bet you say that to every girl. Now, this is what a lot of guys who either have game or are very attractive will hear from women. When they say this, that's basically her being attracted to you and knowing that you're attractive. She probably assumes that you talk to a lot of other girls and you're probably spitting the same game that's currently working on her to other women. So they'll come at you with I bet you say this to other girls, and they want to hear your response to see what you'll say. A lot of times I'll say, yeah, a couple. And I'm just like, is it working? They like little shit like that. They like when you poke at them a little bit. So, when you hear that, that's just them being flirtatious and them playing around with you and all that shit. And typically, when you hear this, they find you very attractive and they are high interest. Shut up or stop, little shit like that. I can't really say it like the way they say it, obviously. But when they do this, typically, they're flirting with you. Have you ever roasted a girl or, just said some slick shit to her in like a playful manner and, she just tells you to shut up. How girls be saying it? Shut up, and then they'll laugh or be like, stop, a little playful shit like that. That's their own way of flirting with you. They don't want you to stop. Yeah, but then obviously don't, overdo it either. But, keep a balance. Keep a balance. Any dude who has game knows this. You know the perfect balance. All right. You're too nice for me. She doesn't find you attractive, and most likely you're in the friend zone already and you're trying to get out. I will tell you that, if she says this is just basically her saying she's not that attracted to you. She's not high interest. She doesn't see you like that. She probably never will, up until the point she gets her heart broken by the Chad who clapped her cheeks and probably went off to the next chick. And then when she needs that moral support, she comes to you. And then you may be a little rebound, but that never ends well. So, but hey, at least you got the cheeks. I don't know if that works for you or not, but hey, to each his own. We should take a break. Now, this is typically for guys who are in a relationship. If your girl says we need to take a break or we should take a break, that means that either there's a guy who she finds very attractive, who she wants to hook up with, or she's already hooking up with him. There's something that you are doing that is just not turning her on anymore. The excitement's probably not there, and now she's trying to look for excitement somewhere else. And typically they'll use this as an excuse to move on to another guy within the break. So then that way, if you ever found out that she did clap or get her cheeks clapped, she has an excuse to say, oh, but we were on a break. We weren't dating at the time, blah, 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 this and that. They're already plotting shit in their mind. You know how they are. So when you hear this, Brodie, it's just the beginning of the end. I'm sorry to tell you. So before I get into the next one, if you're still here, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit it for your boy. Join the Brodie Collective. All right. We post every Tuesday and Thursday. Just got to throw that in. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you actually know when I post, so you don't think that I'm not posting consistently. Buddy, you know who you are. One of my subscribers. Trying to call me out and shit. And Eric Blip, BL8LP. I'm talking about you. But shout out to him. One of my first subscribers. Shout out to him. All right, let's get to the next one. I don't want to ruin our relationship. Now, by relationship, that means friendship. Because when you hear this, that's basically her saying that she likes the attention that you give her and all the things that come with you being around her, but she doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. She doesn't find you, as attractive, not even low interest, because she doesn't find you attractive. So, there's no doing anything with that. So at that point, Brodie, just move on. Like, a lot of these things that I'm telling you, especially the ones that, women are kind of letting you off the hook, indirectly, bro, just take the message and fucking leave. Don't waste your fucking time. You just being there giving her all this validation while you're not getting jack shit. And you want to know the funniest part? When you actually do slowly start to distance yourself and you start talking to other women and they see that you're talking to other women, all of a sudden they want to start talking to you again. Ain't that weird? Ain't that fucking funny? Oh, before you didn't want no relationship, now you see me talking to other girls, getting attention and shit like this because I done glowed up. Now you want to start doing something? Get the fuck out of my face. Are you stupid? You want me when I'm hot, but when I was not, you was not there. Okay. Went off on a tangent there. I never do this. Now, I've heard this several of times, and the way when women say this, they say it in a very convincing way. Like, especially when you're like in the moment, you don't even give a fuck about what she's saying. I never do this. You're like, just taking off her bra, trying to see them titties. You don't really give a shit what they saying at the moment. But when you really sit down and think about it, after you done gotten the cheeks and everything, and y'all just laying there, you just think to yourself, you never do this. Well, why are you so good at sucking my dick? Another one that we have here is when they say, you think you're all that. Now, typically most handsome men will get this from time to time. Typically, when you out, got a fresh cut, groomed properly, looking good, you'll often hear some women say, oh, you think you're all that and shit like that, because they know that a lot of women find you attractive. You're probably getting attention from other women, and they know that as much as they find you attractive, other girls find you attractive. So they try to make jest of you a little bit and try to be like, you think you are that, but in other words, they're just, flirting with you. It's their way of, making jests, but being like a little like, more like, I don't even know what the fucking word is, but you get it. They're pretty much trying to be passive and trying to say, you think you're all that, which you are, but I don't want you to know that, and I'm not going to tell you that, essentially. So if you hear that, don't take offense to it. It's really just a way that they flirt, okay? And then we have another one here. This is going to be the infamous one, the one we've all been waiting for. You guys probably weren't waiting for it because there's so many. And if we get this to 100 likes within a month, I will do a part 2 of the series. But the last one will be, I'm trying to find myself right now. Do I really need to explain this one? This is like one of the most used phrases from them, especially in the 2020s. I'm trying to find myself right now. Well, find yourself through a lot of dicks. All right. Now, I'm not even going to say this is all women, because there are a lot of respectable women out there who actually take the time to find themselves, what they like, what they're interested in, where they see themselves in the next 5 years, what they're looking for. Respectable shit, actually taking the time to find themselves. There's that type of woman, right? And then there's the other type of woman who falls more into the city girl realm, Miami. I want to do whatever I want with whoever I want without any restrictions from any man in my life, specifically her boyfriend or her dad, shit like that. And, they think they can find that in, fucking a whole bunch of dudes and doing a whole bunch of like weird shit like that you probably could have always done, but obviously now you feel because you're not with anybody and you're probably living on your own that you can do all that shit. But like, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Because at the end of the day, you're not really finding yourself. In fact, I would say you're causing more trauma to yourself, because you're gonna start collecting a number of men who just pumped and dumped you. And as much as you want to say like you didn't want them in the first place, realistically they didn't want you, because at the end of the day, we're the ones who go after the relationship. When we want the relationship, that's when there is a relationship, not the other way around, at least majority of the time when it comes to heterosexual couples. Okay, so try not to do that. But that's essentially what they mean when they're finding themselves. They want to, you know, be a city girl and do a whole bunch of ratchet shit in Miami and whatnot. But that was the last one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for all the support on my last video about the mental health. That one was a really important one, probably the most important video I've dropped on this channel. I kind of already knew it wasn't going to get that much traction from what I've been doing research on when it comes to, you know, men's mental health. A lot of the times the algorithm doesn't push it all that much, which is fine regardless. If anybody comes on my YouTube channel and happens to see that video, I am glad that it's just one more person who I can spread the message to. But regardless, let me know in the comment section what are some other womanese terms that you guys probably know that we didn't talk about on this video. And then if you guys get this to 100 likes within the month, I'll make a part 2. We'll see how this one does. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You already know what it is. Bourbon Effect out. Peace out.